Under raging storm clouds, a lone figure stands silhouetted against the ancient walls of Castle Ravenloft. The vampire Count Strahd von Zarovich stares down a sheer cliff at the village below. A cold, bitter wind spins dead leaves about him, billowing his cape in the darkness. Lightning splits the clouds overhead, casting stark white light across him. Strahd turns to the sky, revealing the angular muscles of his face and hands. He has a look of power and of madness. His once handsome face is contorted by a tragedy darker than the night itself. Rumbling thunder pounds the castle spires. The wind's howling increases as Strahd turns his gaze back to the village. Far below, yet not beyond his ken, a party of adventurers has just entered his domain. Strahd's face forms a twisted smile as his dark plan unfolds. He knew they were coming, and he knows why they have come, all according to his plan. He, the master of Ravenloft, will attend to them. Another lightning flash rips through the darkness, its thunder echoing through the castle's towers. But Strahd is gone. Only the howling of the wind, perhaps a lone wolf, fills the midnight air. The master of Ravenloft is having guests for dinner, and you are invited.
So, yes, tell me. Talk to me, friend.
One off again.
How appropriate do I need to keep this?
Brett, what is your name?
Oh,
Please tell us about yourself, Brett.
okay.
I'm Brett Robinson. I'm a recovering smoker.
Galindan Liadon.
Galindan, tell me about yourself. What should we know about you?
Oh,
In your own words, please.
I'm too lazy right now to do my own words.
That sums up the personality of your character.
That right there.
All right.
Just too lazy.
That sounds good. All right.
Hunter-gatherer.
You can give us the highlights. How about that?
Hunter-gatherer personality. I was in fact raised by wolves. Ideal, might, bond. Don't fuck with my home. Bam. Move on.
Is that it for you then?
Yeah.
Okay. So Galindan.
Since you guys want me to rush it.
Nah, I just want to get through everyone so we can actually start. So Galindan, the high elf who was raised by wolves, does not want anyone to fuck with his home.
But no,
Alright.
maybe in his home though.
Like, possibly.
As for you,
I'm a gnome warlock. My name is Roderick, No Beard.
I approve.
Yes,
Okay, so you're a deep gnome warlock named Roderick No Beard.
that's right.
Okay. Continue.
I've lived in a hole for a lot of my life, and one day I just discovered I'm really good at haunting people and scaring them. So I was like, this is my new career in life, and I left the darkness.
What pact do you have as a warlock?
My pact as a warlock is the, what is that called? Otherworld Patron, which is the Fiend one.
Can you tell me the story of how you got your pact?
Okay, so one day I was chilling in the back of the cave, not doing my job because I'm a gnome and we don't do much. Don't ask. Anyway, so I was chilling in the back cave, not doing my job because I'm a lazy warlock or a lazy gnome, and my mom was bitching at me. She was like, "Yo, why don't you ever do your work?" And I was like, "Hey, step off."
That's fair.
Gotta stand up for yourself.
That's right. I didn't want to be too mean though. It's my mom, you know.
Fuck that.
Yeah, you feel me. We all know.
Can we get to the part where you got your dark powers?
Oh, right. I discovered a man deep in the cave, and he was like, "Hey, you want some magic?" And I was like,
Free magical
"Yeah, I
powers.
got you." And there you go.
But nothing's free now, is it, stranger?
Nothing is free. That's true. He took my blood and then gave me magic in return.
Sounds like a fair deal. How much blood did he take?
3 ounces.
Just a sip.
A battle leader. A battle leader. Too.
He took 4 blood.
Snorts the blood.
I mean, I guess
And that's all you need to know about
Lines
Roderick
it up with his
Novier.
claws.
Zach, why don't you give us the skinny?
Tell us about you.
From the northern wastes hails the half-orc fighter Charles.
Oh, I love it.
He has already forsaken his own.
Is he in charge?
No.
Is his last name Zard?
No, he doesn't have a last name. See, what had damn it. What had happened was he decided that he was too learned for his given name to throw off the stereotype that is the half-orc race. He has read many wide and varied texts from Throck's combat manual, where he learned his tactics, to
Wizardry!
the biography of the great wizard
Squish.
Kevin.
Ah, Kevin, I know of his
I
death.
didn't know we were playing straight to VHS.
So he chose the name Charles.
In charge.
Fucking Charles.
Charge.
See,
in charge.
he was a soldier in an army of a king who was long dead now. What?
What's the king's name? Bob.
Nobody remembers his name.
His
not
name
even
does
Charles.
not matter because he failed.
Yes. What?
I didn't know the orcs' infrastructure was good enough to have kings.
Oh yeah, definitely. They're more like war chiefs, but they're called kings.
That's cool.
Anyway,
Sorry, go ahead.
So, during his time there, he learned his great tactics, such as charge head on slightly from the side,
and if there's a trap,
make a small hop during the charge, so you may avoid the trap but continue to charge head on.
Ah.
He is the pinnacle
little
of
hit of that.
half-orc culture.
This strange band of brothers have forged this fellowship of theirs through blood and conflict. Initially, they were mercenaries. The perils of this world smelted their alliance into a brotherhood, and now they cannot foresee a future without one another. Galindan was the only exception, being the cynical aged man of the mountains. He knows to not get too close to his comrades, but there he sat, still, perhaps against his inner voice, next to Charles the half-orc warrior, Roderick the warlock gnome of the deep, and an empty chair which should sit their fourth companion, a cleric who has recently taken a habit to leaving the group in search of local herbs. Roderick takes a vulgar look at the old gentleman serving drinks in the tavern.
I demand more drinks.
Of course! The old man buckles at Roderick's words. The tavern recognizes the party as adventurers, and as such provides its subpar ale to them for free. The place, though filthy and downrun, is not short on hospitality. The drink, however, reaches the table quite late, and Roderick finds that to be irksome.
Does it have the tears of the orphans?
it's possible.
Perfect.
It's a secret recipe.
You want some?
No. That's savage. Barbarous.
Dick?
I sit there quietly.
Go fuck
I'm
yourself.
fiddling with the
Drax the
silverware.
Destroyer now?
Galindan tucks away some of the silverware, as rare it is for silver to fetch a poor price. He begins to scan the tavern.
I wish to bite it to test how pure the silver is.
54%. It's actually pretty bad, but it is real silverware.
Put it in my pocket to eat later.
If it was much more valuable, it'd be worth stealing all of it from the place, but it's really not at the moment.
We could sell it back to them.
You'd actually get more money stealing the ale, probably, than you would from the silverware.
That's
But,
an option.
Galindan realizes that to a party of seasoned adventurers such as yourselves, you having fun over there? Sorry. You do need dice, but we have dice everywhere. There's dice over here.
Those are my dice.
I was trying to find my favorite D20.
Oh,
Fucking snatching all the guys.
Yes.
here, you can just...
Dig through those like I was.
Well, like, look through that box.
I got cleared that.
I bet it's over here.
Everyone was assuming my gender.
Don't assume people's
You wish to know more about the combat techniques of Throck,
That's-
or maybe the combat techniques of Chieftain Morg.
Yeah,
Which one?
both
Well,
at the same time.
Galindan is
Champion.
bored by this.
Champion Throck.
When Galindan looks about the room, what he sees is but another dull tavern in another dull town in some nameless province. it is but another span of time between the challenges of true adventuring. Just then, the cleric burst in from the door, arms carrying bags and bags of miscellaneous herbs. He approaches the table and sits comfortably. What's your name, friend? Ben?
My name's Ben.
Ben Kenobi?
Ben. Yeah, well, no.
Ben walks in the room. Ben, what do you like?
done with this place for a while now.
Tell us about yourself, Ben.
I'm a great artist. I love art and literature and music.
Sound kind
And,
of...
you know, I also show a lot of empathy, but for some reason I'm evil as well.
What kind of evil?
I don't know
The kind of evil that harbors dark, bloodthirsty thoughts that my isolation and meditation fail to
Are you
quell.
chaotic evil?
I don't know what I am.
That honestly sounds like me most of the time.
Galindan, Ben, Roderick, and Charles sit down together, reunited, and enjoy another pint on the house.
Your salted pork is available for you if you want it.
Of course.
They give you a pound a piece.
I can't eat a whole pound of it. No.
No, you're not expected to eat it. It's just what you demanded.
Okay, perfect.
That's what everybody else got, and you didn't want to feel like a pussy.
You actually asked for more than them, but they all agreed that everyone should have the same amount.
Look, alright.
I decided to have a light snack before dinner.
I hate you.
Outside the tavern, a fog lies over the town this evening. The damp, cobbled pavement glistens as the lights of street lanterns dance across the slick stones. The fog chills the bones and shivers the soul of anyone outside. Yet, inside these tavern walls, the food is hearty, and the ale is warm and frothy. A fire blazes in the hearth, and the tavern is alive with the tumbling voices of country folk. Suddenly, the tavern door swings open, and a hush falls over the room. Framed by the lamp-lit fog, a form strides through the doorway.
Out of game, I shoot an arrow at its head.
His heavy, booted footfalls and the jingle of his coins shatter to silence. His brightly colored clothes are draped in loose folds about him, and his hat hangs askew, hiding his eyes in the shadows.
What kind of hat is it?
It is a wide-brimmed hat, the kind that was popular in this era.
Is that a flower hat?
Without hesitation, he walks up to your table and stands proudly in a wide stance with folded arms. In an accented voice, he says,
I have been sent to you to deliver this message. If you be creatures of honor, you will come to my master's aid at first light. It is not advisable to travel the Svalage woods at night.
He pulls from his tunic a sealed letter, addressed to all of you in beautiful flowing script. He drops the letter on the table.
Take the west road from here, some 5 hours march down through the Svalage woods. There you will find my master in Barovia.
Did you just call me a creature?
Actually, he did. He did call you a creature.
First off, you are a racist asshole, okay? Just because
Oh, no.
my fucking father was an orc.
Amid the silent stares of the patronage, the gypsy strides to the bar and says to the wary barkeep,
Fill the glasses, one and all.
"Their throats are obviously parched." He drops a purse, heavy with gold, onto the bar. With that, he leaves. The babble of tavern voices resumes, although somewhat subdued. The letter is lying before them. The seal is in the shape of a crest they don't recognize.
Why couldn't it be a matronage? That's what I need to know.
What the fuck you want about?
I'm triggered. Yeah, that's what Kane did.
You know what? Half orcs have to face discrimination every fucking
I'm gonna
day.
open the letter. My letter.
Roderick looked up to see that the mysterious stranger had left, and without even saying goodbye. This caused him great distress.
No, speak in rhyme!
Do you have an issue with speaking in rhyme?
Yeah, I hate it.
It's fucking hilarious. I mean, the great chieftain Grick wrote.
No one cares.
I care.
You're no one.
I tip his ale over,
You bastard!
and then I drink mine before he can tip it.
Alright, I'm gonna go paint.
She was weak anyways.
The scene is left him brooding. He must paint.
Fucking what?
I like art and I like to be alone, okay? I'm sorry. I'm role-playing. Is this not a role-playing game? I like this character. He's a cleric that is fucking
Okay.
He's bloodthirsty, and he likes art. And he thinks that the path to power is solitude and meditation. It's amazing. I love it.
I'm gonna read my letter, please.
Well, it's not addressed to you.
Oh, it's not?
No, it was addressed to
Well,
all
then
of
I'm
us.
not reading it. Fuck
It's
this.
addressed to everyone.
Oh, who's it addressed to?
Thee of might and valor.
Who the fuck is thee of might and valor? Oh, that's him. Here, this is yours.
Can you read?
It's addressed
Yes,
to
I'm a fighter.
A1 Seymour Butts.
That's racist.
Alright, Charles, will you read it out to everyone?
Yeah, why not? This person is apparently named Burgomaster.
Burgomaster?
Yes, Kogan Indirovich Burgomaster.
What a weird name.
Yes, well, Burgomaster is a very strange name. Apparently, his girlfriend got fucked up by some evil thing, too deadly that even the good people of our village cannot protect her. Incidentally, he used the wrong two. His grammar is, again, atrocious. What? I'm a learned orc! You dare insult me this way?
Sorry, go ahead.
He's saying that they're rich.
Oh, how rich?
The entire community apparently has much wealth.
Yeah, I feel like they're lying about that.
I offer all that might be had to thee.
All?
Read
Even
it
the
word
girl?
for word, you jackass!
Can we get some,
I shout from the corner,
What?
doing my painting.
I didn't hear what you said. The
Ben
offer is
internally
willing to come and do
struggles
unnamed tasks.
to prevent himself from yelling at Charles to read the letter out loud. Ben wonders
So
how
they said that
difficult
they'd
it would
give
be
us
to strangle an
anything,
orc.
right?
Would he have to do it in his
They
sleep?
said all that might be
Or could he
offered.
do it while he's
All
sleeping?
that- all that might
Could he
be
do it with
had.
a paintbrush?
All that might
Would
be
his
had.
friends
So
help
the
him
girl,
or
we
turn
could
against
take
him?
the girl as our bride.
Who would even care?
I'm in the market
He
for
knows
a
he
bride.
wouldn't. The adventuring party knows that they don't have to accept this letter if they choose not to.
Are we really?
We have to!
But hold on. Are we?
There's power in this.
I need everyone to make a constitution check
Oh, I'm a dwarf. I'm good
for
at that.
booze. You
for
don't
booze.
have to. Dwarves do not have to roll for this.
Oh, really?
Just this time.
Let's see. 20.
10.
You're fucked up.
Count it as a saving throw.
Yeah, I got 10.
You're rolling 18, right, Brett?
Yeah.
You should be fine. It's probably like a 20.
Do I just add my con mod to it?
Yeah. Pretty
So
sure.
+1.
Yeah,
so
19.
19.
Yeah, you're fine.
Everyone is fine. Everyone's fine. No one's drunk. Not yet.
All right.
The painting
So-
is done with
Alright.
with a charisma check. You can see how beautiful it is.
Ooh, okay.
Or how brooding and deep it is.
I got a 3.
It is awful. I mean, it is one of your best works. But as far as everyone else is concerned, it is.
I told you not to get into my fucking raw meat.
Most
Okay.
people that look directly at it assume it's a sunrise.
You know what?
It was definitely not a sunrise.
Da Vinci's first drawing was not the Vetuvian man.
That's true.
It was probably a stick figure.
It was a dick in someone's mouth.
Yeah, that's what my village leader always told me.
However, out of fear mostly and partially respect, the tavern owner offers to hang it up above the fireplace.
That's fine with me.
Is that the equivalent of the fridge?
He puts it on the larder with the tap.
The little plastic watermelon magnet will hold it up.
on the larder.
You guys know that
Wait,
magnet. The adventurers don't know, but if they had chosen not to go on this quest, fate probably would have found a way.
Fate being
God damn it.
authors.
Fucking wizards that code. Alright, we're ready to go on this adventure.
Before you begin heading west, as per your good friend Galindan, the tracker, the wise,
Do I have
the
a
leader, before he takes you to Barovia, since he knows the way and he alone,
Is
would
he
you
lying
like
to us?
would
Does
you
he
like to
actually-
spend your gold?
Ooh, I do have 106.
And so the party, led by Galindan the Ranger, begins the trek down the West Road. After several ultimately uneventful days, the group encounters a crossroad. On a dry, rotted, yellowing sign hangs the nest of some vile bird of prey, and the wretched sign barely reads the words, Old Svalich Road. The party recalls that this is the very road that the man in the tavern spoke of. To reaffirm this, Galindan states with bold confidence that this indeed is the way to go.
and so they went. It was then that it started to rain. It occurred to them that this was an ill omen. However, it also occurred to them that such weather is what one bargains for on adventures such as these. The eerie feeling was thusly shrugged off. It was still to their relief when the abhorrent weather subsided to a murky fog of tangible thickness. On the road before them, black pools of water stand like dark mirrors in and around the muddy roadway.
Still better than Liverpool.
Giant trees loom on both sides of the road, their branches clawing at the mist.
You guys can feel free to take an extended rest here.
Let's see.
Alright, so how'd that go for us?
Giant trees still loom on both sides, and they stare menacingly down at you. However, you guys feel rested, and no one has gained a point of fatigue.
And there's one burnt one.
Yes, remove rations for one ration from your inventory, everyone.